Hello, Steve Arts 89. Now, I'm not talking about Eric July. Let's just be clear. I'm talking about another person called Derek June, and his product ISAM. So that's what I'm talking about for the rest of the video, not the other person. Don't know why he's in the thumbnail. I don't know what happened there. This must be a mistake or something. Not talking about him. Okay, so basically, there's this weird situation that's happening, and I find it really fascinating. I had to talk about it for a minute because it's so just baffling. Basically, this guy set up a warehouse to produce a comic, which is like a 90-page trade paperback, which he's apparently going to do a couple a year, basically. Instead of just hiring someone to print them and hiring someone to distribute them for him once or twice a year, he established a whole warehouse so he could print out like 50,000 of these books and just have them sitting there, and just so they can roll out one every other day when someone orders one. It's just bizarre. He seems to think he's Marvel or DC. They have a stable of characters and creators who are producing monthly comic books that need to be stored and go out. When you're just doing a trade paperback once or twice a year, you don't need this sort of setup. It's just bizarre that was his idea of, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be a comic book creator. I'm going to be like a businessman and a business owner, and it's just bizarre. But either way, not only did he not need to set things up like this, but he didn't do it properly. Apparently, allegedly, supposedly, some people sort of discovered that they didn't do the things you're supposed to do, didn't use their addresses, so that you can be held accountable and pursued legally if you do anything wrong. That's why you have to have actual addresses. You can't just use post office boxes and things that are disposable, or that you can just dump, ditch and run. If someone's trying to contact you or something. So basically, this ISAM product that this guy created is basically using the same name as another established brand, and it's creating brand confusion, and people are looking at his comic book character with like a cross on his penis and everything, and they're questioning and confusing that and questioning the other company and saying, is this associated with you? Is this part of your product? And it's creating problems for them. So they're suing. And unfortunately for him, although they couldn't sue initially because he didn't have an address, some fan of the Clipperverse, because this guy has like a lot of chest hair or something that he has is offensive or something people want to remove. This guy tried to talk to him, apparently, and he ignored his super chats because he's a coward and he can't take criticism, and that's what these people do, because their bizarre little worlds don't hold up to reality and questioning and facts and logic, so they always have to hide and lie and ignore actual conversation or criticism or anything. So so this guy finds where his warehouse is, shows up and tapes some money on his wall, because like he wouldn't take his super chat, so he's like, well, here, take this money. And then he acts like this is some sort of stalker or threat, and it's so bizarre. He's trying to act like this big tough gangster guy, totally playing on racism and racist tropes and stereotypes, but yet being a total coward and bitch, and be like, oh, I'm so afraid of this fan who showed up and stuck a note on my warehouse because I wouldn't take his money for super chats and actually talk to him. So he's both trying to play the tough guy and acting like a bitch at the same time, and it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre, and I just had to talk about it for a minute because it's being covered by people like Mundane Matt and stuff like that, and they're going over all this stuff, and it's just so bizarre. And this, of course, he's come out now, he's acting like a victim, like, oh, they're attacking me because of my beliefs and my conservative beliefs, and it's all right-wing, people being attacked, and conservatives are after us and all this, and and the progressives are after us and all this sort of rubbish, and it doesn't make any sense, because he can't just say, oh, I made a mistake and take responsibility and fix it. He has to blame everyone else and be the victim, and then try and fundraise out of that. Oh, I'm being sued, so I need more money, or I won't be able to produce the comic book for you. It's like, it's just the grift these people do, and we all know it. We've all seen it. It's only people who aren't intelligent enough to understand what they're doing who fall for it. But yeah, so he's now gonna use this and monetize this situation like some other people have. Not talking about Axe now or anyone like that, or Trump or any. Not talking about those people. I don't know why I even thought of that. I'm not talking about those people, of course, never. But it's like they've learnt from other people how to grift this way, and this is what they're doing. And it's just sad and bizarre. And like I said, I think this is just stupidity. This person wouldn't have set things up this way deliberately, but he's stupid enough to have done it, and now he's trying to play the victim and work it either way. And it's just bizarre and strange, and it's just driving me nuts, and I just had to talk about it for a minute. So yeah, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of, Mr., Derek June and his ISAM industry and the disaster that has become.